You've just seen the lesson tutorial on how to draw the flange part in 2D geometry. We're now going to convert that 2D geometry to the 3D solid. It's going to look like this in just a few seconds. It doesn't take long. Once you have the 2D geometry, creating the 3D solid is very simple. Creating the 3D solid also gives us something better and again more solid to look at while we are machining our part. And you will see a number of improvements in how to machine parts by using the solid model. Let's get started on the solid. Double click the outside shape and we're going to use the extrude command. The Play-Doh Fun Factory is an extruder. You put a ball of dough in, you put a die in front of the exit, and you push down on the handle and it extrudes out a shape. This shape is the outside shape and it's going to get extruded from -1 to -1,250. That is Z -1 to -1.250. And when we double click that geometry and click Do It, we just created a solid model of the bottom step of the part. We're going to do the same thing with the intermediate step, but it starts at 0 and goes to -1. Now, is there any way that we can get this dimension right here directly off of the part? We can by double clicking here, press your Alt key, and you'll notice that your Alt key cursor is now a square. That's called the interrogator cursor. We can get dimensional data directly off of solid models and off of 2D geometry. We have this intermediate step selected and we click Do It. There we have the intermediate step. Notice that the intermediate step and the original step are not assembled together. They're still separate components. Let's put those components together in one piece by using a solid modeling union. They are now one solid piece. The next thing we need is this step area here in the top that creates these two bosses. Creating that step area is also very simple. We don't need to draw any new geometry. We click here, control click here, and reverse both of those arcs. And now we're going to set the extrude values to 0 and -0.250 and click Do It. It doesn't appear that anything happened, but if you double click, you will see that we have a new piece that we created with this geometry. We are simply going to subtract this piece from this piece. To do that, we select the main body first, then the part or piece that we're going to subtract from it. And we go to Solid Modeling, Subtraction. And we have subtracted that piece from the solid model. We're going to use union and subtraction a few more times, so let's leave them open here. We're going to cut the holes in the part now, all three of them. I'm going to set my extrude vector to Z1 and Z-2. The reason that we do that is so that when we select the part, we have a handle to grab a hold of the cylinders that we are now going to subtract. If you extruded them to the top of the part, you would have to move the part to the body bag, select it, and then select the cylinders. By doing an extra extrusion, it doesn't change the look of the part, but it makes it more convenient on you as you're performing your CAD operator duties. We have a few chamfers to put on the part. We're done with the basic solid modeling, so let's hide the geometry with the Show Geometry button. We're going to put chamfers on the part now. Edge selection is on, and we select this edge and this edge. they are going to get a 50 thousandths chamfer. That's under Advanced Solid Modeling, Blending. And on Blending, we will select chamfer and a length of 50 thousandths. When we click Do It, there's our chamfer. We have 20,000 chamfers here, here, and here. Change your value to 20 thousandths and do it. We have one more chamfer here and double click that edge. This chamfer is 25 thousandths. This part has now been turned into a solid model, which makes it much easier to machine, as you will see in the next segment.